Hello, you guys. Welcome to CH.CountryLifeStyles. My name is Kaylin. Today, I'm out here, and I'm going to compare and contrast, say my thoughts on, and why I went what I did on gas and electric bikes and ATVs. Josie, come. So, here it is. This is my bike. It's the Kawasaki 110 RL. This is my bike. So, it's gas, straight pipe, love. So, here. My main thing that I like is this bad boy right here. My kick to start. My kick to start is awesome. My kick start, same thing, whatever. So normally you can just flip this, turn on, and then crank it up. But you see here, when you do that, the battery can run down. So this is what I love about it. If the battery does run down, you got kick to start. Go ahead, kick it to start. It's really simple, really easy. So I want to show y'all my bike before we get into this video because y'all haven't seen it yet. Sorry, it's on 1 and I hate that. Here's my bike. It's looking really nice. Excuse my garage. So there's that. But that is not the main reason for the video today, you guys. I'm going to be riding, I don't normally do this, a scooter. It's really cold out. That's why I have gloves, guys. But today I'm going to be riding a scooter. I don't normally do that. I have bike, scooter. That's not my bike. That's my bike. Scooter, my brother's scooter, sisters, his truck. So here is what I'm riding today. I'm gonna talk about pros and cons. I'm gonna talk about my thoughts on electric and why I went gas. So disclaimer: I'm not saying I hate electric. I'm not saying I will never get an electric. I'm just saying, as of right now, I am more leaning towards gas because I'm more comfortable with it and know more and feel just safer with it. So let's get right into it. Alright, guys. So first, pros and cons. Hold on, let me put the scooter. Pros and cons, okay? Here we go. So, a pro of electric is one of my favorites, like on a Chiron, how you can, adjust it on a wheelie. You can adjust it to how far you want. So you can say, I want to go to this degree. It'll only bring it this high, this high, this high, and it'll lock that wheel where it won't go. Really like that. They're sharper looking, and they have a lot of really cool add-ons, which I enjoy. I'm sorry, I have a whole list and a paper of research I did last night. Yeah, I completely just left it in the house right now. So, there's that. I can go get that paper, but do I want to? Not really. So, next. Pros of here's another thing. Another pro of electric bikes is they can sorry. They can too get wet. They can actually get wet, which I myself did not know. And another thing is how quiet they are and not as damaging to the earth. Now, a pro of gas. Gas is easy to refuel. Sometimes upfront cost is cheaper. Let's see what else. They are really good for crazy rough terrain. Because with an electric, you can go off-roading with an electric. I'm not saying you can't, but you obviously can. But with that, it can handle terrain just a little bit better than the electric bikes and ATVs. And what else? Quicker refueling. I can only really think of the cons, really. But a pro for me, and how I am, this is my field over here. Where here, my field is really rough. There's a bunch of holes and big hills, and there's a lot of puddles of water, and we have a ditch runs from way down there by my chicken house all the way this way to the cow field, the cow pasture. That is how far it is, and to get from there to there, you have to get in the mud, and which sometimes it can get deep. And yes, it can mess up any bike like that. If it gets too deep into water or something, yes, it can mess it up. But a gas can handle it a little bit better, and can handle rough terrain just a little bit better. Next cons, electric con is battery corrosion. The battery can mess up, and they are pretty expensive up front, and then replacement is expensive. So, and sometimes, like, for example, the Chiron, the Rizzler, is pretty expensive up front, and we all know that. Plus the 6.7 kit, that is really expensive, guys. Wait, it's cool now. It's a lot of money now, but when that thing starts messing up in like 2 or 3 years' time, like, how you might as well just pay enough to buy another one if it starts getting really bad. Now, if they get stuck in water, can completely kill the bike, ruin the battery, everything. That's dead. And when it's dead, it's dead. It takes hours compared to minutes to charge other than refuel. Next con of dirt bikes. Gas ones. They um they definitely pollute the air. We all know that. They're not the best for the environment, and that is a sad thing that we're kind of killing the environment with them. A con. What else? Trying to think. Oh, if you put the wrong fuel in, it can either blow up the bike, ruin the bike, or just yeah. Next, what else? What else? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. I can't remember. Um. Oh, the noise. They're really, really loud, and it's like I don't know where you're gonna be like quietly sneaking on a dirt bike or something, but or ATV for goodness sake. I don't know where you'd be sneaking to, but they're very loud. You can't sneak anywhere on those things. But like, that's just a con to me. Um. So I might sound like a titty. I love dirt bikes, okay, but in my titty form, my clutch annoys me a lot because even with a bunch of practice and being actually pretty good at it, man, my clutch is so annoying. Like, a pro for an electric bike is it's instant. Like, you can just turn it on, and it just goes. It's quiet for you. But with and gas, depending on what you get, you can get automatic, but recommended for like Moto X and stuff is a clutch. My clutch gets on my nerves because it's like the clutch stops at the very end, right? It's like here, and that's when it starts going. And so every now and then, say I just haven't used it in a bit, like a week or so, I will pop a wheelie. I'm decent at riding. I'm not the best. I'm not great. I still mess up a lot. When I let that clutch too fast, I'm telling you, that thing goes, whoa, like, that is something I like about an electric. I myself really like the add-ons of electric. I like how they look. I like the style, how you ride with them, and how much they do for our population and stuff in our world. And so my thoughts on electric are they're awesome. I really like their add-ons. They're cool, they're quiet, they're helpful for the environment. But my problem with it is charging. Charging is a big problem. Say you're out on a ride out, you're on the highway, because a lot of ride outs do go on the highway. So say you're out there riding, and next thing you know, boom, you're out of battery. You can't say, hey, anybody got an extra battery pack with them? I don't know if they come with portable crap for that. I myself don't know. I don't know anything like that. But listen here, on a gas, say a truck pulls over. He's like, hey, you need help? You can say, you got gas. Right there is at my house is a canister of gas. There's another one in there, and another one in there. So gas is more easy to use to me, but the crashes, a con of them is crashes are more severe and dangerous because like a lot of deaths have happened. Like I have my dad has a buddy. His son got paralyzed, waist down, because his gas dirt bike landed on him, and it was so heavy it paralyzed him. It was such a bad crash. But now I've watched many videos of like people crashing on like their Chirons and a Tudo or whatever it's called. don't know. I don't care about that one. But they're here. They go down. But they're okay. They get back up. Now some crashes, yeah, they go rolling, but it's not as bad as a dirt bike, like a gas one. So that's something I like. That the crashes are a little bit more laid back, depending on the rider. They're quieter. They're better for that. But why I went gas is for my terrain. Like I said, where I live, my weather, my terrain, I can cold start that. You could probably cold start a cold start an electric one. I'm not sure, guys. I am not sure whatsoever. I've searched things. I've asked things on like ChatGPT, Google. I've done it all, but like I still don't know if you could just. I don't know its full capabilities. But with my terrain, I have a lot of potholes, deep water, and if I do get stuck, I can just pull it out. But I'd be scared to have an electric bike going through there and me get stuck and just completely frying my battery. Because batteries are pretty expensive. And honestly, for me, my biggest problem was, well, I went gas upfront cost. As a kid, you kind of want to pay for stuff yourself, so I want to add on to my bike myself. My parents bought the bike for me. I got the bike from them. But I want to buy for it and like use my money to get stuff. Um, and with an electric, I can probably buy like maybe like a brake with that, like just a little bitty brake to add on to my bike with the money I have. But with that, I can buy like like add-ons for my bike. It's just upfront cost is my main thing in charging because I always want to think about like my safety. And when it comes to when I'm riding, something happens, run out of gas or something, I can on a road I can cruise to it, so I can coast. Right, come here. Ugh. I can coast. So say I run out of gas or I'm about to run out of gas, I can just coast to the nearest gas station. I just roll like this. I get going, I just roll. Now, with an electric, you can probably coast. You can try to coast to a gas station. It's like a Tesla. I hate Teslas with my whole heart. Electric cars are out. I hate electric cars. Now, electric bikes and stuff are different for me because they're just a little bit more compact. I just trust them more. But I'm just saying, it's pretty rare to find a spot where I can just, hey guys, can I go plug up my bike? You know, like charge my battery on my bike. It's just easier to use gas. And that's the only reason. Once again, I'm not saying that I hate electric. I'm not saying that I will never get an electric. But as of right now, I got gas because I'm more comfortable with its accessibility. And I know it's more dangerous to ride, but to me, for what I'm doing, I do other sports, so I'm not no like Moto X rider. I want to be, but I'm not. And yes, I'll like rob my cousin or something, you know, have some buddies at my grandmother's that I was like ride around with and stuff. But I'm not gonna like full blast it going to Moto X. Sorry, my dog's up there. Going crazy. Gosh. But as of right now, I am more comfortable with gas. But who knows? In 2 years' time, I might get an electric. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to look more into it. Like, I am an ATV rider actually. I've rode ATVs since I was really, really little. Like four wheelers, no, they're my favorite thing. I had a four wheeler, but I gave it to my grandfather so we could have room for his truck and hopefully my truck that we're gonna work on when I'm older. So yeah. And also I have room for like a nice little, oh gosh, I almost died right there. A nice little mini garage as y'all saw. Have all my riding stuff there. But as of right now, I just feel more comfortable with gas. So I'm not hating on anybody who rides electric. I'm not saying you're a sissy. I'm not saying you're a tit. I'm not saying you can't ride. I'm just saying I myself feel more comfortable with the accessibility. That's my main difference. Like, if somebody came up to me and said, "What's your biggest con about electric bike?" Accessibility. Because if something happens, I can't just charge it. like I can just refuel this. And I like riding. I will ride for hours straight. Now with a gas, I can come in and fill it up with that gas tank right there, or that one, or that one. And but with an electric, you have to sit there and leave it. You have to completely leave it and let it charge. And that's something else. Accessibility, but also just like the actual full ride. You can get like 2 or 3 hours off of a good one. Maybe even more, I'm not sure. But I can get multiple rides a day on that without having it charging for 5 hours or 12, whatever. Like, I know there is riders out there. Like Sir Monster, I'm subscribed to him. I am a huge fan of Sir Monster. But I know at least once he has drained all of his battery and he was stuck. I watched a video, and yes, we can get pushed. A guy, a boy, maybe older than me, so I was trying to push him back on his gas dirt bike because he ran out of gas, and there was no gas. But he brought him to a gas station to fill up. You see, but with an electric, I'm not sure how the whole charging works, but I don't think it's just that easy. Like I've read multiple things, like it's hours to minutes really. The main stuff is charging and how quick it charges and stuff like that. So that's really my only problem, guys. But if you ride electric, I do not care. I'm not hating. I myself kind of want an electric one. Like I want a sure that thing looks sick and tough and all that. I myself am not tough enough for one. Look at me right now. I have zero makeup. I look really weird right now. I also look like a titty and like I'm fake country. So, I'm literally riding a scooter right now, so like I'm not tough. But if you ride an electric, I gotta say, applause to you. Like, good job. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. Um, and I'm also happy that you're nice and well off, and I hope you stay safe, guys. But if you guys did enjoy this video, go check out my behind the scenes. It's me talking about it and what I'm gonna do in this video. So, thank you guys, and peace.